Okay, so I'm gonna let me close this. I said let's assume that I'm a student, like everybody here. Let me connect, open a new Tableau instance. So now this is my Tableau. Okay, I can go to my data source here. So let me connect to my data. And this is my data here, Global Sport Finance. Click OK. Now we have two data sets. The requirement says build a report with this data, and it says you are free to tell a story with your data. So what they are looking for is how skillful you are with Tableau and how you can make meaning of data. Okay, so I tell you guys what is the strategy in agile environment. Do it little by little, step by step, until you have all your pieces together and you put them together in a dashboard. So everybody watch, because you all have to do your dashboard. I wasn't expecting you all to do the same thing, but you can work together. It's okay. This is let's analyze this field. How can you do it? Pie chart, donut chart, how? They do it differently, but it's the same thing. So I said we have two data sets in that requirement. So for me, I can bring in my first data here, which is the top athlete. Top athlete. Even the name itself of that field I was giving you, that this data is looking at the top athlete by sport and so on. So I can come in here to sheet one and say, okay, let me start analyzing this data. Okay, if I look in here, I can see that these are the sports, all of the team. These are the salary, the all / winning. We don't know what this is yet. These are the athletes, the name of the people. Okay, and we can say this is the 2014 pay. Okay, so now I can say, okay, what can I do with this sport? Okay, now I can just remember I didn't do anything here. Even if I didn't want to do no cleaning here, I can bring this. I can say, okay, what is the total pay per sport? And bring this in here. For example, you can see that this is how all of the sports earn. Okay. Now I think part of the was it this data? Hold on, let me check, where we did a calculation to do the measures. Let me. I don't. 2040 take home. Let me see if we did any calculation there. Okay, salary plus endorsement.
Salary has.
Okay, now I think we did a little bit of cleanup here, where we converted this into some kind of number, and we added the value to it. Okay, but here let's assume you don't want to do any kind of cleanup at all. Okay, so right now I can see how many what are the top pay for this sport for each year. If I bring this in here, I can see that these are the 2014 pay. So this pay here might be their total package, but their endorsement for that year. This is the endorsement for this. and this is the salary plot. I forgot what this is. Okay, what this is, okay, this is their salary for the year 2014. Okay, let me expand this. This is their salary. So if you add this and this together, it gives you this. So this is their total pay for that year. Okay, so what we let's try and clean this data. So because right now, if you look at this 2014 pay, it's coming up as a measure. They purposely did this because they want to see how you can clean up this data as well and make it a dimension where it is not aggregatable. We can aggregate the data, because right now you cannot aggregate it at all. So well, let me see what H0 did. I remember working out hard. I think I used Tableau Prep to clean, which I'm not sure. Let me quickly look.
I think there was a calculation on endorsements.
Yeah. This was it for the. I'm not sure. We used. I know we must have used Tableau Prep to clean that data that day. Let me see. Where's my Tableau training folder? So I don't have any Tableau Prep here. All right. Okay, let me send you guys the one that we cleaned, but I will try and see how we. I think personally when I did mine, I removed this 2014 data because this and this this 2014 page just a total of this. But the way the data is right now, you cannot aggregate the data. You cannot. So let me look for where I save this data. Let me go to my data here. View data. I think spot with spot. I'm trying to see where. Yeah, I'm trying to.
These two tables, do they have any relationship?
You can use. They do technically by using the spot, but that is not the point here. If you for example this, let me go back to the raw one. If you go to the spot here, I mean the spot here, we have spot here in this field. If I bring in the other data, global spots, and bring in the payroll, it also has spots. So I can, if I go back to, I can use the spot to join them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was what we did. What we did. But I'm trying to see how we later change something there, you know. But let me close this and bring it again. All right. How many do I have open? Shoot. So you can basically join them right here, but to me, I didn't feel the need. I can bring this to here and join using spots. Come on. Okay. Using spots. Okay. So using spots, you're going to join on spot because it's spot, but again, that is it's we didn't use them together, we just analyze them differently. Okay, so if I go back in here right now, count of athletes, how many athletes do we have in there? We did count D. So that would give us the measure of total athletes we have in our, for example, how many athletes is any the total pay of that, let's say 500 million in a year. And that is very easy, right? But you can say, how many athletes do we have in 2014 that are in that period? How do you know that? You can put, let's say, total athletes. How to spell athlete now? Okay.
TH. The T, the last T, H. Okay, athletes, yeah, athletes.
Also athletes, we can do count of athletes and D, count them uniquely or count. So now if I bring this into view here, we know that we have 100 athletes in our data. 100 athletes. So we can say, okay, total athletes. You can use this as a KPI, for example, okay? Total athletes. And here you can format your view once and for all. Go back, go to here, make it like bold because this is going to be like a KPI, and you can add like a big color, make it bold, and click OK. And then come to alignment and just make it center. So this one is on it. So we now know that we have 200 athletes. Okay. Then we can say, okay, this ranking here is supposed to be, it's coming up as a measure because it's a number, but it's not really like a number. You cannot aggregate the ranking. One, it just to show where they fall for that period. So I'll drag this one up here and I'll create how do they rank? Okay, ranking. I can call this ranking. But the question I'm trying to answer here is, how is my how do they rank for that year? So I can bring my ranking here and bring in my, remember we have two data now. Okay, I can just close this one here. Now I'm working on the top payroll list now. So let me close this one so I know I'm focusing on this. If you want to do your join, but if you don't want to do your join, it's still the same thing. I can bring in where's my team right here? Bring in my team. So Manchester is ranking 2014.
Sorry, Prof. Can you bring
the ranking? You didn't change it to string.
No, I changed it. It's already string. I told you. Remember, if this thing is green, that means it's working as an attribute. You can still change it to string. It doesn't matter, but it's still working as an attribute. Okay. So as long as you drag it here and drag it up.
Okay.
I want to ask, can you bring field from top athlete salary to?
You can. But again, I'm trying to just say how we accomplish this, how I accomplish mine and how Ijulu accomplish hers as well.
Okay.
So, but again, keep it simple. But if you want to do those joining, it's up to you. Okay. But I expected you guys to do something differently. Okay. Now, even this, for example, if like this ranking, let me change this back to like number, and I bring this back here. I can just drag this up here, but now it's going to aggregate, which is not what we are looking for. but you can also use this ranking to like, let me not use some. I can come here and just use as an attribute. How do I use this as an attribute? Is it count? No, I forgot that. You can also use that ranking as an attribute. For now, let me just drag it back in because of our time. So I'll drag it here, and you can see that. No, I want it to be a string. Okay, so if you see that Manchester United is one based on their ranking. Now, for me, I don't want to use this ranking to just show, but you can also leave it this way. If you want to just show like a details, whatever, I can say ranking, bring in the pair, for example, here, even if I don't want to do no calculation at all, I can bring in sports top payroll list. What do we have here? Soccer. Okay, now this is giving me more information. Okay, I can edit this from here. Let me edit. How do I edit this? For example, edit alias, for example. Oh, no, not this one. But I want to like just clean this up. But I'll do that later. Now I can look for other like information here to say total payroll. This one is telling us what is their total payroll. Okay, I can bring this up here now. Now I'm seeing what is their payroll. So okay, now so I know that I have this information here. So I can say, okay, let me quickly do some report on this team list only. So now I can just remove this. And say, okay, I'm not going to do total payroll per team. Sort my view. And this is what we are looking. I don't like it because the number is getting very large. I can come in here and format my title here. I say, okay, I want this to be the pen. I want this to be like in the number cost. I want it to be in like millions.
Excuse me, please.
Yeah.
How come Man City is not third and it was first initially?
That is the ranking. Now that's a good question. Ranking is not the same thing as total payroll, but you are trying to develop a report for them to understand this data.
Okay.
Okay. So if let me show this, show my tooltip. Okay, it's showing up this way. Let me go back and just make it one decimal place. Oh, this worksheet is supposed to be for ranking, right? Ranking for this worksheet, not the payroll, because they want. So let's just do ranking for here. Ranking by team, bringing my team right here. Okay, so Manchester City is 1 and so on. Okay, so this is their ranking, and I can put say, okay, ranking by what? Ranking by payroll. Okay, how this ranking is done, don't know, but we can do top rank of payroll, total payroll. So what do we show here? Let me put this total payroll, for example. Let me put this here. Let's go format this to be like the same thing. Let's just make it. We can make this in millions. Okay.
So the ranking is based on what criteria?
They've told you total payroll. Okay. Now they have total rank for the total payroll. Okay. So we are just trying to understand the data. Yeah, it was given to us. It was you as you are developing, you can start looking at this data. Okay, ranking by what? Now we have this ranking. Let's call this ranking by total payroll. Okay, for now. Okay, now we can duplicate this and see. Let's duplicate this. Now we want to do this ranking by total payroll that we have in here. You see this, right? Let's see. Let's remove this and let's replace this by this. Okay. Okay. This is how they rank in payroll. So this one right here is also a ranking. I don't know if you can see it. So this also should be a measure. I mean, a dimension, because it's showing how they rank. So you see how I'm trying to understand the data without meaning anything about the data. So I can call this, let's go back to this and fix this now. This is the ranking by total payroll, okay? And so we are not going to use this ranking now. So Victor, to answer your question, this ranking here just shows how they rank, maybe by player scorecard. But if you want to rank them by payroll, then this is the right fit for us to use. So
yeah.
Let's drag this. Yeah.
Prof, sorry, can you zoom it out a little bit? It's very tiny. If it is possible.
You change your view to full screen.
Yeah,
It's not letting me zoom out, but make your own screen.
Your screen, yeah.
Make your screen full screen.
So now let's remove this ranking. We now know that this ranking here is what is ranking this payroll. So this is the right fit to use for the payroll. So let's bring this here. So that we see that Manchester City is no longer number one
in terms of
the payroll. So now we know this. So if you want to visualize this way, fine. For me, I like to just give you just like heat map, and I don't like the blue scale. I can double click on this, go back to my color, and I can use this warm gray. No, I don't like that as well. I can use gray. I don't like that as well. But you can play with this how you want this to be. But let me stick with this. Let me stick with this gray for now. I click OK, and increase this a little bit. Increase this a little bit, and let me go to my test here. I can go back to my test here. So I make this, it's showing black for now, but so I'll just leave it for now anyway. I can go to the formatting. Let me make this bold a little bit. Let me go to fonts. I can make this a little bit like 10, make it a little bit bold, so it's more obvious now. Or make it black. No, not like that. You can play with this, however you want it. So now, to me, this looks a little better. So I know my total payroll by stuff, however. So, and this warm gray here just give you some insight that from the top, the lighter it becomes. But you can see that these ones here, they're a bit hard to read. Okay. So, but I'll just leave that for now, or you can format it however you want to format that later. So now let's look at this ranking. Now, Victor was saying, what ranking is this? So, what is this ranking for? Now, we can also see that they have the average percentage change in the last year. They have percentage change over the last 5 years, and average player earning 5 years. So, but, I don't think I touched this, okay? But what I did here was to use this to create a KPI. Let me go back to to that sheet right here. If you look at the, no, where is it? Okay, arrow up and arrow down. If you look at this calculation here, I said if last year, if the integer of last year ranking minus rank is greater than 0, then positive. Else, if the ranking for the last year is greater minus rank is equal to 0, blah blah, no change. But what I was trying to do here was to see how to use them for like a KPI. Okay, so you can copy this. It's up to you. And the arrow up, I said if rank is greater than last year rank, then up is down. So if you go back to our ranking, to this here, this is the last year rank. Okay, last year rank and this. So what I'm trying to say here is if the difference between this is greater, I want to see where they are ranking this year. If you bring last year rank here, for example, you see that this team last year is ranked first. Let's bring the team in here. So you can see that Manchester City last year ranking, they are ranking first this year, which is 2014, let's assume. But last year they were also first. But New York Yankee, we are second. No, they are second in the current year, but they were fifth the previous year. So which means they have improved in ranking. So I wanted to use like a KPI to show if they use like an indicator to show where they are, if they've gone up in ranking or go down in ranking. You get it? So the simple calculation that I use is this. Let me close this because we are not on this. So is this calculation here. Okay, I think I left them as a measure. It's okay, it doesn't matter, Now, let me go back in here and see, I can create a calculator. Now, I made this one here like a string already, so I can just bring, let me make this an integer now, rank. No, I'm not right here. Rank minus let me use an integer. The last year rank greater. Oh, sorry. If this is greater, then 1 S 0, and this is to give me the same thing.
What's the function? What of if you just say if rank is greater than last year rank?
You can. Now, remember what I did here. Here, I did not convert this to string. So you can see it's a measure. Okay, but here now I'm using it as a string already. So I can just use a calculation to convert it back to a measure and get the difference.
Okay.
Was that why you added the integer?
Yeah, just to convert it to like numbers and get the difference.
Okay.
So now, what I'm trying to make you guys see, you can see I did it differently here, but I'm doing it differently here. There are different ways. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to. You don't have to always do the same thing. Do it differently, but you can achieve the same result. I've already said that, right? So let me put this here. If I bring this to here now, you can see that we have 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. So I'm trying to accomplish that KPI. Good. So now I can turn this to like shape, okay, and bring this into my shape right now. So you can see that we have 0 and square for 1 and 0. So I can go back in here. Let me edit this here. A simple way to how to do that KPI. So 1 is my up, right? I'll go to where's my arrow? Arrows. Okay, now 1 is my up, right? I can use this as 1. The 0 is my down. I can click apply. I'll just increase this a little bit. Let me see if I can increase the size a little bit.
So, sorry, Prof. Please go over that, how you change the one and zeros to image before we now start changing it to arrows again.
So you want me to redo this again?
How you change it from 1 and 0 to shapes before this one? Before you now formatted it to arrow up and arrow down.
Okay, so you want me to redo it again?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna play this. Remember, I assuming that I don't know anything about this data like you guys now, okay? But I'm trying to write a main, show some skills with this data, just like you guys are trying to do. Here, I want to see we have this last year ranking, and we have last year ranking and ranking for this year. So I've already created a calculations that since I've already converted this to like a string, the measure, no, dimension, I mean, I don't want to convert them into, okay, let me never confuse you guys, okay? Let me not confuse you guys. Let me do it without this conversion. Is that okay? I know me converting my ranking to measure and using it, I mean, dimension and using it as a measure is a bit confusing, but it's not. If you know what you're doing, you can do it anyway, okay? So let me clear this now. Let's clear this. Let's start afresh. Oh, sorry. Let's start afresh. So follow. Now, this is my new blank. And just like you have the requirement, I have the requirements. I don't know anything about it, about the data. So I'm going to go in here and connect to the files. Global Sports Finance. So I have two data in that data set. They say show skills of what you can do, help us analyze this data. Let me just take this top athlete salary, first of all, and just go to my sheet 1. I want to analyze this now. Okay, I only have one data set for now. I'll also come back to the other one later. Okay. Oh, this is not the one that we are working on before. Okay, let me remove this and bring in top payroll.
What is this thing called?
Okay. All right. So this is the data. We have the average annual pay per player. We have the ranking. This is the current ranking by the payroll and total payroll and so on. Okay, so first of all, let me do the ranking. Okay, I bring in my where's my team right here? Okay, this is all of the team. Okay, and their ranking, this is how, now because this ranking here, is showing up as a measure. Is giving us, is going to aggregate. Okay, it's going to aggregate those data for. We don't want them to aggregate. You cannot get the right stuff when you do the aggregation. But let's just say you don't want to show how they are ranking, but you want to see what is their position in ranking this year and last year. So I can just write a calculation to say, let's call this rank change, okay, or ranking. It doesn't ranking. I can say if this ranking here is greater than where is the last year. Now you can see that this is it's going to be a conflict. Last year ranking is coming up as a what? A measure. I mean a dimension. But this ranking here is coming up as a measure.
Measure, okay.
They purposely did this.
Yes.
They purposely did this to see if you can fix it. Okay, so me, I can either drag this one down here and make it a measure and do my calculation there, or I can just drag this up here.
Yes.
For this to be the same data type. I'll just make it a string.
Yes.
Okay. So
It makes more sense. It makes more sense the way it is now. Since it's ranking, you know.
But remember that ranking is just, even though it's a number, it's not aggregatable.
Yes.
It's just to show their position. So
it should be dimension.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let me go back to my calculation again. I'll call this ranking. Okay, I will say if, now for me to get the difference between these two in the previous year, I can say, let's even see if this ranking here is greater than this.
The other rank.
Yeah. Okay. Then 1 S 0 and let's see. Okay, it's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. So let's test it out. You can see that it's giving us, it's coming up here as
measure.
But let's see what it gives us. We have to know. So now it's still working. So some are into 1, some are into 0, right? So now, but here I want to just use this now as a KPI to show how they change over the years. Okay. Chidi, and talk about this was your question. I can come in here and change this to shape. Okay.
Okay.
So once I change to shape, you just give me some default shape. So I will now drag this one right here, or I can just come back and drag this ranking here into shape. Remember, we have to value 1 and 0. So once I drag it here, it's going to put 0 under one shape and 1 under the other shape.
Yeah. Okay.
So from here, I cannot double click here and go to my shape here and use this arrow KPI. There are different kinds of KPI. You can also use this good or bad. If you are trying to show whether something is good or bad, you can use this good and use this bad. Or you can use this arrows up and down. So since if it's 1, that means it's higher. So I'll click on my 1 and give it this. And if it's lower, then I want to make it this, and I click apply. That's it. And then I can increase this a little bit. Increase the size, just to make it a little bit bold. Now I can now say, okay, do I want to add anything here? It's up to you, you know, it's up to you. You can also use this one here as V's in V's. Remember, like what we did, if you come back in here, in the one that we, if you come here, for example, you can see that if you hover over this thing, you can see that arrow down, arrow up.
Okay, by placing it in 2 tick cabin.
Exactly. So right now, I think this is good for me. I'll just call this ranking, and I'll just leave it there. Now I'll not go again and say, okay, what can I look in here? Okay, so I can see that total payroll. Okay, I want to see what is the total payroll by sport here. Soccer, blah blah blah. I'll bring in the total payroll here and make this, sort this. And if you want to, I'll make this like a feed view for now. And I'll show my test. Go back in here and format this. Let's format this number, make it 0 decimal place, and just make it millions. Okay, and I think I'm good. Okay, and from here you can try to, because remember you are competing, just because this answers your requirement, have some skills that will differentiate your own from others. When you are doing interview, you are competing against the rest. Then I can come here, I can say, let me add some borders on my, I'll make it like a bit white. It don't matter, whatever you want to put, just to make it a bit vivid. And I want to like differentiate these colors here using the same total payroll. I can also drag this into color, just to give it that kind of great color coding, but you don't have to do it. So I'll go back here, format these V's. I'll remove my lines. I don't like lines in my view. It's clean. And for here, I don't like this right now. Now, there's also something that you can do. Remember now, because this is like in 5 million, is pushing this 83 million down very little. So if you want to like make this pop out, it doesn't change anything. You can use what we call logarithm scales, where right clicking here, go to edit as is, and just click on logarithm, logmatic. So what this does is to help pop out those little lines, but it just recalculate the scales and pop it out, but the numbers are still the same. It does not change anything. It's just a way of making those little bar, pop out because of the larger numbers. You get it? But you don't have to use this. And you can, I'm just showing that to you. And you can do some formatting on your asses here, like removing zeros and all that. But that one is just optional. So that from here, I'm okay with this. I don't need that show header. I'll just call this total pay by spot. Okay.
So when they give you this for interview, are you supposed to work on it right there and then, or?
No, you will do it and send it to them. You publish it on your Tableau Public and send it to them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now I have my total pay. This is good. You can see I didn't do no calculations here. I just drag what is there and I show it. Then I can also say, okay, in this, remember this is sports, and each sport you have clubs. Okay, so I also want to say, okay, I want to show how much clubs is in this sport. So I can create another chart here. I'll call this total pay by clubs or leagues. Okay, total pay by leagues.
It should be sport because it's different sports.
Team or league?
It should be sport. It should be sport because you have if you say league, baseball, soccer.
Soccer have different league.
Oh, you just want to do okay. Oh, you want to do separately for each. Okay.
Yeah, I want to just see in this soccer how many leagues. How many leagues in this soccer make this amount? That was what we did here.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
Okay, so now I can just go back in here and say, okay, leagues. These are all the league and total pay. You know, you can also do a bar chart. You don't have to do it the way I did it. You can do like a table. Play with it. You can do like a table. Here you can do pie chart, which is not going to make a lot of meaning. You can do this. Just,
That
you know,
table looks
just
nice.
play around with the one that you know makes sense to you. You know, but for now, I like to make it like a table, and I will sort it. Again, I don't like this blue green stuff. It's not cool enough. So I'll go back in here and change my color to this. I can just make that color like that warm gray that you saw. This is better for me. Okay, and I think this is good now. And then I will now come in here, go to my tooltip. I'll call this P by league. And I'll go to my inserts, worksheet, and pay to pay by league. You know, it should be under, and I can format this, make the center underline. And I don't like to give my users this. I can preview how it's going to be. No, let me remove that space. I can preview again. And then here, I can just write this spot. This spot made a total pay of, let me remove that space again, and I can just make this a little bit, you know, play with it. I mean, how you want this to look. You can even say this spot, make it bold, 12, and give it like a color. Let's say you can give it like
Orange.
You know, I mean, get skillful, make your work stand out, and make this like green as well. And you can make this like italic, you know, and preview. See, and you can see here that the dollar sign is not popping out for this pay here. You can either go back to that here and fix it like dollars, for example, now, or you can even just put dollar sign here. If you don't want to go to formatting, don't put dollar sign here. You can see that it's going to show up. You know, but
so I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you do the vis and vis, the one I did yesterday, it was so large. I tried to reduce it.
Yeah.
Like the sheet
that is where you play with, reduce the size, reduce it. Okay, I'm going to show you here. Okay.
Okay.
So let me leave this now, and let's go format this sum here to show that dollar sign, and we can put. Okay, this is currency because we did number, so let's delete currency and make this in millions, or in millions. Let's see what billions we do. No, let's do it in millions. So we know that cricket is also make it something million. So now you can see if we hover over it now, that dollar sign is showing. So you can either just do a shortcut here, or you do it in formatting. All right. And I think I'm okay with this now. Let me make this. Let me see. Okay, so this is good for now. Yeah.
So you say you're going to show how to reduce the.
Now, let's say this now, I have if I make this entire view right here, you can see it's big. So if I go back in here and hover, you can see now it's going to also fit all of the view. Okay. Then, but if I come back in here and say, okay, I just wanted to fit width, you know, I go back in here and view, see it's also No, however you format it here is what is going to how you format. So standard here. So it's going to give you those space. So for me, I'll just utilize the space. I'll just do entire view just to utilize my space. So now you show that in soccer, we have how many leagues in soccer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are the 5.123 million. This EPL make the most of that amount. Serie A made the boot. For example, let's go back in here and put the total. Let's put the total here, the grand total. So now, if you go back in here now, you see that, and let's format this as well, so we can be in sync. Let's format this. Custom, and let's make this also in millions. Okay, so now if you go back now, you see that 5.123 million. All of the team in soccer, you can see that Tableau filter down that amount and show you how it's broken down by all of the leagues in it. So you can easily validate your data, right? You see? So this is when it comes to visiting vis, it's like a filter, but it gives you more details instantly. So I can just leave mine this way, and I think I'm making it.
Sorry, Prof. I'm saying, sorry, just go back to that. I want to check the value. Okay, now here, cricket is showing 83 million. Now soccer is showing 5 million. Is this 5,123,000?
No, this is 5.1 billion. But because we format it in millions, you're going to remove those zeros from the back.
I get it now. I just wanted to be sure it's billion, not million.
Now,
Yeah, okay.
Now, if we format this into like a billion, okay, let's do billions. But that means this cricket does not fall under billions. So it's going to be under 0 billions. That was why.
You can make it billion, but 2 decimal places and see. So
okay, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Again, go with
so
the
the
requirement.
information is clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's make it billions now, and let's make this to 2 decimal places. Yeah, that fixes it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's formatting. However you want to format it, it's up to you. Let's do the same thing for this. Let's increase this. Okay.
Yeah, no, make it billion. You didn't make it billion.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay. So that fixed that.
Yeah.
So you can see that. Yeah, everybody asking a question. Then okay, let's quickly. I'll give you guys the many. Now, Daniel, Chidi, and you see the way I'm formatting my work as I'm going.
Yes.
This dashboard is already formatted. Do it right there and just move on.
Okay.
You know? So now I also want to do like the total pay per team. Okay. Now I can say, okay, this team here, total pay per team. I can bring in this total. Where's my total pay? The team right here, and I'll do now total pay for that year. Total payroll. Sort it. I can bring that total pay as well into the color. You know, give it that grid line, and then let's format this as well to be in sync with that with the formatted currency, 2 decimal place, and make this billion. So if you hover over it now, it shows that to you and so on. Now I want to show how this team we are ranked previously and this year. So we already have this KPI here, right?
Yeah.
Now, so I'll just come back here. I'll just call this pay by team.
Okay.
So I'll go to my tooltip here and bring in that KPI that I did, ranking. Sorry, let me give it a space here. I'll just call this ranking, for example. type in my ranking right here. And you can also get skillful with this. You see team made a tutu, for example, to pay. Again, however you want to format this is up to you, okay? I'm just showing you what you can do. No, Control C. I don't like to give the users ability to select my data, so I always uncheck this in real life. So let's format this. Okay, it looks good.
So the ranking, the line underneath it, I wanted to ask before that.
Which one?
The ranking, the format. So the line you made, you need the ranking.
Yeah, it just to give this title a heading. It shows that you mean this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just made that. I just give it like a heading, just to give the users a title for the dashboard I'm bringing in.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's click OK and let's see. You can see Dodge went up in ranking this year. New York went down in ranking this year. Manchester City and so on. So you can now see how interactive this will start becoming. And you can also add more details here. That's okay. Let's bring the current ranking here, for example. Where's that ranking? I can bring that ranking here. Let's see. No. Let me bring this. Okay, all right, good now. So now you can see that in ranking, current ranking, I can go back to this dashboard here. I'll change this current. I can say current ranking versus ranking. Oh, sorry, I already have that there. So now this current versus prior ranking. So this gives the users that you are comparing the prior ranking to the current ranking. So if I click OK now and go back here, so current ranking, they are ranking third, okay, but in the current ranking, this is not looking well.
Yeah, it's always showing how will I put it? It's just showing the rank and that they went down.
Okay,
that arrow for
they are
this.
second in the ranking now.
Yes.
But last year ranking, let's see. Where is the prior ranking, last year ranking? So let's bring this here. Okay. So this is current ranking is second. Our prior ranking is last year ranking is 5. So no, this is supposed to go up there. So our calculation is not working really well.
It's supposed to go up here.
Yeah, it's supposed to go up. So let's see what we did in our calculation ranking. I did. So if this ranking is greater than last year, so this ranking here is greater than this, then 1.
Oh, okay, that's where the problem is, because now last year he's picking the number and the number is greater than rank, which is the current ranking. So you're seeing it as 0.
No, for example, this is okay, yeah. So these two here is greater than, okay, it's picking at 0.
Exactly.
0.
I think the initial calculation you did was that you said the difference, if the difference is greater than 0, that was the first thing you did. You later now change it. So you did if last year ranking minus rank is greater than 0. That was the initial calculation you did.
No, I didn't use that. for instance, I didn't use that in this my. Now I can't see that page because I've hidden this ranking page that I did here.
But I think if we do the difference, if the difference is greater than 0, it will give us that positive and negative.
Okay, let me see. Where is
the arrow up? Yeah, you see? You see? It is minus. You did minus last year ranking minus current ranking. If it is greater than 0 here.
Okay, so let me just copy this because of our time. I think okay. Let me hash this out. So in this place, I'm not going to use integer because it already, and I'll remove this integer right here.
Then we change the positive to 0 and 1.
Oh, hold on. What did I just do? What's the error here? Cancel class string. Okay, my ranking here is also okay. I need to convert this to integer as well because I've already dragged it to like measure. And so here I need to fix this because we use 1 and 0 here, right? So I will just okay, if last year is greater than 1, then I call it. We are looking at the current year. If the current year is greater, but anyway, let me just put this. If last year, I'll make it 0. If last year minus this is equals to, I'll say S1, then I can just call this. Okay, I'll just put this no change. Let's leave this way. Let's see. It's going to break our stuff. Let me bring this back here. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to still put, let's go back and fix this again. And where's the arrow? Okay, this one right here. 0 down, 1 this, and no change. We just leave it as let's just leave it as no change for now. Okay, so now this is currently in 2, and last year they were 5. So yeah, so that calculation was right. You can see that even though the current ranking here is 2 and last year was 5, it's going down. So this should be up, right? So let's go back and fix that calculation. So instead of 0 here, we're going to put 1 here, and we'll put this 0. What am I doing? You should. No. Something is not right here. Let's fix this. So if this one here, like this one now, it shows no change, right? So that one is right, no change. But this one here is 2 now, and is 5 last year. This arrow should be up.
Yeah.
So what am I doing wrong? Let me remove this guy and put this back in here.
Prof, can we try if then 1, then else 0?
Okay. Okay, I think let's go back and fix this now. No, sir.
There's no 1 in your destiny, eh? In the calculation, there's no 1.
Yeah, there's no 1. Yeah, let me edit this. Positive I'll just use one instead of using a positive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Negative 0.
0. Okay, this is right now. Yeah, this is right. So now, current year, last year was 5, and this is 2, so it's going up. Manchester City was 1-1, so no change, which is good. And then Arsenal was 11, but last year was 15, they went up. Okay, so this is good. All right. But you get the idea, right, on how to like do your data validation and get it. Let's clean this. This one is now messed up. Let's go back to this ranking here. And we can make this a little bit smaller.
Is it possible to carry the team to the extreme so that the ranking will be on the same side?
Yeah.
Like the team, this whole row, column, this whole column of team,
Yeah.
move it as the first. Let's move the whole team table to the first so that ranking and last year ranking will be on the same side.
Guess what you call grouping. If I bring this in here right now, you're going to group ascendingly. Even though it's still right, but we want our view to be grouped by the ranking. So if you bring this one to the team forward,
yeah,
it's going to rank by ascending order, unless you say, okay, sort my view here using what field data source alphabet. Let's use ranking, for example, ranking. So see, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because this is alphabetical sorting or grouping. Even though it's still correct, it's not going to group by the ranking. But we want, I will say,
if you go to the team, okay.
But I want the grouping to be by the ranking.
You can sort it out individually.
That would be too much work for you now. Manually, it's going to be a lot. So just sort it by this ranking and just bring your ranking to the view. You're going to arrange it by that.
Okay.
You know, but I don't want this in the view, but if you want to put that in yours, it's okay. So if you go back in here right now, so it shows that early Dutch ranked third. Okay, their ranking is third, but they went down in ranking. They were probably they went down in ranking. I can start see how the ranking is, how the data is changing based on the ranking. Okay, but if you want to add more details to this ranking, like say you want to bring in the prior ranking so that the users can see, where is it?
I think with the prior ranking, it makes sense. Make more, it makes more sense this way.
No, it's up to you. It's up to you. For me, it's just an indicator. I don't feel it's needed. Let me. Okay, so if I go back to my chart now, I can see.
Yeah.
This is now it's pushing that stuff away. So fix this. Okay. I want this ranking to be a lot. If I go back in here.
Why did the first one, the Manchester has a positive?
Pushing it away.
No change.
No change now. No change.
Yeah, that's right.
So if it's no change, just give it a plus.
Maybe if you move the last year closer to.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, it's showing now. And okay. But again, you can format this however you want to format this. Okay. So, but again, I don't want you guys to do the same thing. Do it differently. You can say that now I'm only analyzing only one of the data. I've not even I didn't touch the other data yet. So you can do this like here. I create this dashboard off of that one data source. Then this is just a table that shows everything. So if you go back in here, you can say, you can call this detailed table. I like to give detailed tables in all of my report. It gives them all of the fixed table. Okay, by bringing in the sports, the league, the team,
money, the pay,
okay, and
the
I
earning.
can, yeah, however you want. Now you can see that because I have sports in front here, is grouping by the sports. You can see right out space, but I can say let me bring in the team first. So I want the team so that it can show the team and the sports. So I like to group it this way. Let me bring the league in front and the sports, and then I can bring in like the what else you have here, ranking. And bring this ranking in here. Last year ranking, you can bring it in here. You can just keep adding average 5 years earning by player. Okay. Just drag some information in here as whatever you want. But to me, all this is not making sense. That's why I'm not going to use them. These are just percentage change. Okay, but you can, if you want to, you can bring them in. It's up to you. And then I can bring in the
total payroll
here and format this. No, no. I can make this like no,
millions.
no, I make it millions. Okay, and then I can just make this like fit width. No, it's not good. You can manually size all this or whatever you want, and then now I have my stuff ready. I'll just go to my dashboard and I can use, let's say, fix. I'll use let me use 120 by, I can use like, let me use 1000 for now, doesn't matter. I don't need, I can just drag this in here. I don't need this, I'll remove it. Photo team, I don't need this. And bring my detail table below. Hold on. Scroll up. Bring my detail table below. And so right here, I can also, okay, let me reduce the height. So let me make it 900. Okay, and I'll make this fit with here. Okay, and then you can manually resize all this and start formatting your dashboard the way you want to format. Make this 10. Okay, make this 10. Center and okay. If you want to give a borderline, it's up to you, you know. But don't just use borderline to make your chart busy. Okay, make it a little bit faint. You know, it's up to you. And you can make your chart interactive. Okay, make it interactive. For example, now we can see a lot of information right here. And early Dodgers, this is what they're doing, and the ranking. If you click on this, it shows them all of the players. I mean, their stuff in here. And if you click on soccer, it gives you all of the soccer teams right here. You can quickly see and see the teams right here. So this here is like team. You can call these sports, or you call it sports financial reports, or however you want to call it. And you can add your filters if you want, and so on. Okay, if you want to add a filter, you can add the filter, and then Now, if I'm done with this, I can, it's okay, hide all my sheets right here. Now, this ranking here, because we are using them in vis, they're not going to hide. But if I hide them right here now, it will still work, but you cannot retrieve it once you publish. So if you don't want to hide it, you can just do Ctrl Z and bring it back. But for me, I don't need it anymore. So because I want it to work in the background. So I'll just right click here, hide it. Right click here and hide it. So I'm not going to see it again forever. Only God can bring it back once I publish, but at least they are working behind. But if you need, maybe in the future, they say, okay, can you change those KPI? They might want you to change it, then don't hide it. Okay, just leave it. But once you want to publish your report, publish only this, only your dashboard. But you still have this in your workbook. You get it? Now, in Tableau Public, you don't have the option.
How do you publish just that the dashboard without the worksheet showing?
In the Tableau enterprise environment, once you go to your publish, you will have the option to select what you want to publish. But with Tableau Public, you don't have the option. I'll get my license back by this week. I'll try and get it back by this week so I can show that to you all.
Okay.
So now, but in the real life, don't hide it. Just leave it in case they might want you to make change in the future to do calculations. So just leave it and publish only the dashboard only.
Dashboard. Okay.
You can see how what I have is cleaner. Well, I don't need this as well. I don't need it. I just hide it back. This thing here, I already know that this is paper thing. But I'll right click on that theme and hide that title. I don't need it. It's too much information. I can hide it and just hide that as well. But that's what is ready. Now I cannot open another worksheet, go back in here, new data source, bring it that same global spot again. This time I want to analyze the outlets. I'll bring in the outlet here. I can go back in here right now and start analyzing for the outlet. Or you can just do a join from the beginning and do the same thing.
Okay. That's where I missed it.
It's different ways, but I don't want you guys to do the same dashboard. For example, I can say, okay, 20 endorsement giving me these millions. You can do some analysis. I think I did some gymnastic on this. Let me see what I did here. Top outlet here. So if I go back in here. Okay, now I'm going to send you guys this code. Okay. No, not this one right now. I have to open this.
How did you get that label? ESPN, you just copied and pasted?
Yeah, I copied and pasted as picture because the data is from ESPN.
Okay.
Now, the problem that you might encounter here, and I believe for the interview, they purposely truncated this. For example, let me go back to the one that we're working on. If you look at this data now, the salary here, they just make it in as a dimension. So now you cannot aggregate this because it's a dimension. And if we try to change this to like a number and drag this down here, it's not going to work because remember, you have some numbers in it. Tableau is smart enough to know that this here, you cannot convert M to numbers. So what the interviewer is looking for you to do is be able to like remove this M here, this M out of this data and convert it to number. And for example, you can see that this one here is 19 million. Some are in billions, some are in thousands. So how do you do that? How do you remove this M and convert this data to their millions or thousands, without you losing the number? So the calculation that I got online is this, and I'm going to share that with you guys. You see right here, I did a calculation that shows my salary. And I did the same thing for endorsement. If you look at the data here, you can see that even the endorsement is also messed up. They purposely did this. They want to see how you convert this to your calculation skills. But it's very simple. Code, everything is online. I didn't create this calculation. I copied it online because it's already there. Why stress myself? So if you go to my calculation right now, edit. This was the what I used in converting the salary to salary, the endorsement. So it's like if contains salary winning, here M, then floats. Huh?
Oh, sorry, not you.
Okay, so I said if contain this salary here, because this was just salary. I said if contain this salary here M, then give me the floats, because let me open another one. Sorry. If you bring in this salary right here now, you can see that it infludes 12.1 to 12.5. Some, you know, let's say, give me the floats. Okay, trim it, trim in, remove the M here. Okay, and multiply the number. If it's by like the millions now. If you look at this here, this is taking this M here means million. The one that have K means thousands. So I'm just saying if the one that has the M, trim it and multiply it by 1 million. Okay. The one that have K, which is thousands, take that number, trim it, and replace it with this winning number with $sign and multiply it by 1,000, because thousands, 1,000 is like one, I say in thousands. I say else, just return all of the numbers and trim it and just make it dollars. That will give you the right measure. If I drag this right here now, let me put this in test. You can see it's converting this 2.4 to 2.4 million, converting 4 million to 4 million, 4.2 to 4.2 million. You see that?
Yeah.
So they were just trying to.
How about all the dollar signs that was part of that?
You are just telling Tableau that this thing is money, so you're gonna aggregate. That's what he's saying.
Okay, it's not part of the game. Okay.
No, but what that allow you to do is to be to like format that now into dollars. Okay, well you're just telling, it's a way of telling that this number here is currency. So once you put that in here, you're not able to convert it into currency, or if you don't want to convert it.
Bro,
okay.
So how did you, when you said you got the calculation from the internet, how were you able to solve for it? Did you just type calculation?
I show you guys something, right? If I was giving this thing as an interview question, the first thing I would do is go to Tableau Public. You have a profile there. Okay, first thing I will do here is go to my site and type in for global sport finance. I'll see I'm sure somebody else must have done it before.
Okay.
What I told you, actually go online and find out somebody have done it, and you do what we at class there. And H0 dashboard is the best on Tableau Public when it comes to insight and analysis. You can see that a lot of people have done global sport finance. For example, this guy now, let's see what he did. Yeah, even though it look colorful, but it doesn't to me, it
doesn't have meaning.
Doesn't have no meaning.
It's too busy.
It's fancy. Remember what I told you guys? A fancy dashboard can be as useless as a piece of trash.
This is not saying anything.
Yeah, it's very, very, very busy.
You know, but you can download this guy's spot and see the code he used in converting this. And that was what I did. You know.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, so everything cannot be useless entirely.
It look fanciful, but to me, it had to read meaning. And that was what made Ejiro stood out. I told him, stay with the traditional V's and just tell the story. And her dashboard, as far as I'm concerned, Tableau Public, her dashboard is the best when it comes to analysis.
So there's a functionality that allows you to change the background color and all of that.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do that.
Is Ejiro this thing? Is he on her profile page?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
You can also go on my portfolio and download it there. You know, so you can download and see. For example, I mean, there are a lot of them out here, you know, but you remember reporting is different from fancy design and kind of stuff, you know. It's different. For example, let's look at this guy, Taylor.
Something multicolor.
Yeah, it's multicolored and it's very busy. You know, it's very busy. For me, again, you want something that the users can easily follow. You know, for example, look at this dashboard. You can just follow how the global sport finance did, blah, blah, blah. It's asking a question, and then you can answer the question from here. You go to the next one, athletic salary. You go to, and she was very analytical, and so on. So it makes more meaning in terms of reporting, and the user can easily follow. Okay, so you can also go online and download that code. So I'm not going to give you guys this code. Go online and copy that code, okay, and truncate this endorsement and salary into a measure and use it to finish your report. You guys need to get, without you knowing anything in programming, you can actually be a programmer because everything is online for free. Ejiro has stopped calling me since I show her, this how to get those codes. Only a few times that she called me, and Dada is doing the same thing as well. He's doing well. You know, only when they get stuck, if they call me. You can get everything online. For example, if I want to create a calculation, I want to do a calculation that I don't know. I can say calculate year over year in Tableau. Click OK. The first place it takes you to is you can see calculate Tableau year over year change in two ways. So you can see a whole lot of resources. Go to the community here and see, because your problem that you're having in your job is not unique to you. A lot of people have had the same challenges, and they post a lot of resources online for you to for you to use. And a lot of code is going to be online. You know, just copy those codes, go to your destiny, evict it. Although we will do some of those demo, you know, maybe before we round up, how to copy code, and everything's online and is allowed. Okay, so you guys go and get the code online for yourself to prefix this endorsement into measure and prefix this into measure, and then show your aggregation. Okay. If by tomorrow you don't get it, then I can share the code with you, but it's online. Go and get it. Okay.
Okay.
So if you look now, if you see that here, I changed. It is the same code that I use for this salary and endorsement. But what I did was to, instead of here now, I use endorsement here. But when I did for this salary, I use this salary winning. So it's the same code. I just replace it with what I want to change, and that gave it to me. So once you do that, then just visualize your data and format, and you get it. Any question? Okay, you guys have 10 minutes. Let somebody share their screen. You guys can look for the code online yourself within the next 10 minutes. Who's going to lead? Who's going to lead?
I think I have the code already, so I don't know. I still want to just look for it again, just to be sure.
Where did you get it from?
Yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Ejiro gave it to you guys.
Yeah, we did it yesterday.
Okay, so go ahead. Let somebody share their screen. But I don't want you guys to do the same thing. Do your dashboard differently, but the idea is still the same. The numbers is still the same, but do it differently. 9 minutes. We have now 1 minute. Who's going to lead? Who's going to lead?
Okay. I'm not. Okay. Maybe Chidi can. Since Chidi can start his own dashboard, we can work with his own.
Okay, Chidi, are you there? Chidi, are you there?
Yeah, you said I should share my screen.
Yeah, you guys use the next 10 minutes to work together and redo your dashboard, but don't do the same thing. Use different chart. If you use bar chart, somebody else can use something else, Why are you working? Okay, you're back to your desktop, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You need to format your dashboard. Your dashboard is very busy. Someone else might like your dashboard this way, okay? But for me, I like it. Anything that makes it so busy, I like to take it off. So you guys can work together. I'm here. Dada, do you want to help him?
Remove. We can remove the total that color legend, total payroll on the right.
Am I right?
Yeah, the far right, total payroll, that legend. Where we are here. Yeah. Click on it. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, then let's move the endorsement ratio, payroll by team, hide them. Oh, okay, no, those are title. Sorry. I mean, leave that one. Leave that one. Yeah, this one here.
How about this one?
Yeah.
If I were you, that payroll by team is not needed because you already have it in the vis by vis.
Okay, so I should just hide it.
Just remove it and put something else there, or you can put your details there.
The entire table.
Oh, the entire table.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put something else there. I mean, it's up to you because there's no need. You have it in your vis by vis, and having it there is just redundant.
Okay. I don't have enough stuff on my sheet, so maybe we need to start working on it.
Yeah, work out something more, but I mean, what we did today, you use that to get more creative and do something that we did not do. But is it same data? Do it differently. Okay. For example, you can go to Tableau Public and see what someone else did and just add it to your own, just to make your own unique.
Okay. Endorsement ratio, payroll by sport. Yeah, we can do that calculation first of all now, at least from there.
Okay, the calculation.
For the current ranking versus last year ranking. So just go to, let's do that one. Then we'll call it ranking, right? Let's call it ranking.
You know the one Ejiro gave us yesterday?
No, so this one, if last year, if last year rank, minus rank is greater than 0. No, greater than 0. You're supposed to be in quote. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Greater than 0. Yeah.
Just
Then-
0.
Yeah. Then 1. But in quote. Else if, I think else if, yes. Else if uh, 0, right? Is it else if? Oh, I'm trying to. Else if. No, else if last year, no, we have to repeat it. Last year round. Last year round. Are we? No, I think, no, we're not supposed to do that again. Else if, because I know he did, then else, no, I mean, is it the same or no rank? Can you remember the third thing that he did? You know, we had 1, 0, and then no change, right?
Yeah, I think it's if rank is greater than.
No, the
Last-
first part is correct. No, the first part is last year minus current. If the difference is greater than 0, then we call it 1. That is positive. Else
0 end.
0 end. But there's another thing. You know, there's a part. He did 3 things. The other part that is if it is same.
Else if last year's rank minus.
Yeah, so no, it's going to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
if I saw INT, I don't know if it's international or what.
So let's
Else.
minus rank. Let's minus rank first. Minus rank. Type minus rank as in minus rank. Yeah, less than now, less than 0. Then, yeah, 0 now, then 0. In quotes.
Oh,
Else. Else, no, no. What did they call it? No change.
no change.
But it will be in
In
quotes.
quotes. Yeah.
End. End. Okay, so it's integer. We are supposed to put integer in front of it. Yes.
In front of.
Last year round, integer, int. Go.
Yeah,
Let's start.
yeah.
Int, integer, int. Then in front of rank as well. Int. Then we will repeat it with this last one here. Int. Yeah, and in front of rank as well. Int. T. You should click on. Let's see what is it. Click on the error. Let's see. If
Expected
to
match if at character 0. Expected then to match.
Character 0. If at character 0. No, okay. Remove this. Remove that. There's a bracket in front. Can you see the bracket in front of integer?
Okay.
Yeah. You see, these brackets, the last year rank was supposed to be inside that bracket in front of,
Okay.
yeah, so close the bracket at the back. Do it for all of them. Yeah, do it for the last year as well. Yeah, that one as well. Yeah. We must know it by force. Okay, yeah, it's valid now. You are. But it's supposed to be in break it down to measure. Beautiful. So let's try it. Let's put the.
No, you can leave it there. Just drag it up. Doesn't matter. You can leave it there. Drag it up.
We can leave it there. Okay. Okay, so let's try it out now. We have the is it the league we brought out of the team? It's the league. I think it's the league. No, it's the team. Is it team? Bring out the team.
Is a team.
Team to the row, yeah. Team to the
Put
row.
the team in row. Okay.
I'm trying to see what we did. Was it sports? Did we use sports? No, because Manchester we saw.
Just use the team.
Okay,
You see how the team is ranking.
Okay, all right. So let's bring the last year. Bring the last year.
Last year.
First of all, test out your code to see if it's working. So
Okay, let's the ranking here.
in front first.
Okay, so let's go to automatic. Let's change it from automatic. Automatic. No, yeah, here. Change it to shape. Okay. What else did you do? Oh, how did you not change it again to go
Drag down
to
ranking to shape.
okay, ranking again to shape. Click out. No. Yeah, you did Ctrl Z.
Yeah.
Go and change that.
Go to automatic
to shape.
Shape. Then don't drag from there. Drag from here. From your left. Ranking again. Go back to ranking again. From your left. From the table. From the map. From the table. Not there. From the table.
Go and drag your ranking to your shape.
Ranking. Okay.
No, not there.
To shape. To shape.
Shape.
No, this is it. Beside tooltip.
You see the shape beside your tooltip now. Shape beside your tooltip.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go and click it and change it there. Let's click the drop down.
You don't have.
Now the arrows.
You don't have those KPI. You might need to update your Tableau, or what? Just you need to update your Tableau. But now.
Yeah, you've been telling you to update it. Well.
But now, just go back to that the field one. Click on the field. You can still use the field. Go to the field. Yes. Now,
okay. Arrow up.
Use the arrow up for one and arrow down for.
No, click on yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, what you can do now to add color, go and drag your ranking now to color since you don't have those color KPI.
Okay.
And now,
yeah. So let's change it.
Yes.
Click.
Double click.
The drop down.
No, just double click on the color ranking here. Double click anywhere there.
Okay. So let's change one to green. and then 0 to red. No change will be
You can make it blue.
blue. Okay. So let's bring rank now. Let's bring
You guys want
rank.
to keep working? It's more than 10 o'clock. But you guys, please work on that. Let's get this done tomorrow. Please.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's finish this one.
Okay, you guys can keep working. I mean, for
All
those
right,
that
thanks.
can stay, you know, if you want to keep working, go ahead. But let's get this done by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Let's just finish this one before we go. So thank you, Prof.
Okay, okay.
All right.
So where do we put drag the rank?
Yeah, just bring the rank. The rank. Not the ranking now, the rank. The one down.
Okay.
Yeah. So once beside wait. Into label. I think it's into label. Put it in the label first. No. Remove it. Yo. Bring the last year ranking. So no, beside on the row. Put it on the row. Okay, let's sort it down. No, that's not sorting.
Yeah, but the sorting is graded up for mine.
Yeah. We want to start from. Okay, use team. Let's sort the team from. Let it be in ascending order or descending order, so that we see number 1 to be number 1. No. You're flipping. Go to team on the row and click the drop down. The team. Go to sorting. Sort. Yeah. So let's be descending. Yeah.
No, ascending.
Ascending. Okay, X out. Let's go to ranking then. I mean, sorry, last year. Let's go to sorting. No, change, go to data source. Click that data source. Field. Yeah, come down. The field name. Yeah, go to last year rank.
Engagement.
Yeah. No, it's okay. That one is fine.
Okay.
So let's go back to the team. I think let's go back to team. We didn't finish it that time. Sort. Yeah, click that data source. Field. Yeah. That's team. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. But how come one is not? Anyway. Scroll down. Let's see which one is number. Oh, okay. No, okay, that's what I get. You brought in ranking again. It's supposed to be a rank.
You said last year's rank.
No, we need the rank as well, not the. You see,
Not the ranking.
Remove that one. Remove that one first. Let's see. Bring rank, not ranking now. Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Put on column. Let's see. No. No. Remove it.
Let me see.
No, it won't work because it's a measure. That's why. But I wanted to see how did we do it that we were. There was a way it showed it that was showing both last year and this year. You remember?
Yes.
Ranking, last year rank. Okay, move that rank in measure to dimension. Okay, so let's take it now. Let's see. It's the same thing. It's giving the same. No, it's not the same thing though. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Yeah, so let's sort it.
Now, see, you don't have to sort it. Okay, listen. Remember,
Okay.
Tableau will always group by your first dimension on your view. So if you want to sort it by ranking, put your ranking in front of the team, so it automatically sort it.
Oh, okay.
So you have to understand how the grouping works.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Your first dimension in your canvas is what it is going to group by.
Okay.
So now
okay.
drag your ranking in front of the team.
Yeah, take it to the first. Yeah. You are. Aha. It's working now. Okay, this is what we wanted to get. Yeah. So go to your payroll by team. Go to your payroll by team. Your workbook, the worksheet, the sheet. The worksheet, payroll by team. By team. No, not this one. The payroll by team payroll. Okay. Payroll by sports, payroll by sport. So let's go and insert it here. Let's go and insert. No, yeah. So let's go to tooltip. Oh, you have already done this one here.
Yeah.
No, can't do it for this one again. Go to. Do you have any other?
That's why I said I need to put in more sheets.
Yeah. Open the first one. The first one. Okay, yeah. So let's insert it here. Let's insert it here.
Oh, you want to insert it? Okay.
Yeah. Just for us to learn, but you can change it anyways later. Click on it. Click on tooltip.
Yeah, but which one are we working on? Let me see.
No, we're working on the first team payroll. Want to vis in vis.
I need to the name. I need to
just call it ranking. Ranking.
Okay.
No, not this one. Yeah. So let's go to tooltip. Okay, so enter. Please press enter first. Yeah. One more time. Okay, let's go to insert. Insert. Sheets. Ranking. Ranking. Okay, so let's format it now. So let's put label. Hold on. Yeah, it's there now. But before you go, put the cursor on top. Beside sum total payroll and put a plus and don't highlight it. I wanted us to where the cursor is now on top of sheet name ranking. I wanted us to give it a title like Prof did last time, and that remember the question you were asking when you underlined it.
Oh yeah.
Like put the cursor on top. Yeah, put the cursor on top there. Yeah, and let's put
ranking.
Okay. Ranking versus last year ranking. Versus space VS versus VS versus last year ranking. And highlight it and underline it. Versus last year, if you leave it like that, versus last year is fine.
So you say highlight it.
Highlight it and press on underline. Yeah, underline. Yeah. Okay, you can make it bold so that to show that it's a title.
This one?
Bold. Yeah. Okay, so if you want it that way, it's fine.
Oh no. I have to shift this one.
Everything should have to be
You have to shift the team and the total payroll to the middle too.
Exactly. Yeah. I light it and I light everything and put them to. No, yeah. Yeah. Preview again. Yeah.
Okay.
So then hold on. Uncheck uncheck the include. No, not that one, not that one. Yeah. Uncheck that one. Uncheck the next one. Okay. Preview again. Okay. So let's apply it.
So if you want to check this one, what does it do? Include command
When you
button.
publish,
Allow.
when you publish, they will only
Okay.
see they won't be able to access the work notes, the work
Oh,
behind
okay.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
The
okay.
command button, yeah. It's working now.
I think this thing is basically constant practice.
Yeah, it's just once we practice, and I like it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, so instead of having like now with this way now, we have taken care of two sheets that doesn't have to go
Oh,
on the
so you
dashboard.
don't have to do the other sheet because you included it on this one, right?
Yeah, so this sheet doesn't have to go on dashboard. The other sheet doesn't have to go on dashboard. That was what Prof was saying the other time.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, since it's been inserted into this,
So there's no point.
it helps us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Well, how about the other one that shows endorsements and salary? That the stuff was slanting for.
that's the scatter plot.
That's the what?
The scatter plot, Abby.
Yeah, it's Catapult, yeah.
That scatter plot, so I have not gotten it. So
Maybe I'll check online or.
yeah, I have to check online or something. That scatter plot, or probably because I didn't upload my data well right from beginning.
You have to convert your salary and the endorsement, and then you compare. Scatter plot is to compare two numbers against another number. I mean, a number against another number. It's like you're comparing a number and see how those numbers activity clustered.
So salary, the calculated salary, right?
Yeah, the calculated salary and the calculated endorsement. That's what you compare.
Okay, all right. So on the show me, it will not give me an opportunity access to the scatter plot.
Let me quickly show you guys that because I want you guys to get this down already.
Okay.
Let me quickly show you guys that.
You guys spell it as scatter.
Now it.
Yeah, this one.
This is it right here.
Yes.
So you put salary endorsement here, and then let me go back to. Let me open another sheet. Scatter plot is to compare how a number numbers against themselves. So if I put salary right here, right now, so you're going to form like a bar chart.
Yeah.
And if I put endorsement right here, so it's going to show how this number is comparing against this. So it's just going to show me. I say that the most of the salary is in 200 million. I mean 2 billion. While endorsement is at the 701 million. But now we want to see how this scatter plot does. I mean, is doing in terms of the teams. Okay, or sports. So I can bring in this athlete into details, and that will break that sport down. So you can see that most of the athletes they are clustered around this area.
Yeah.
All I want to do is if you just want to compare only the number alone, you can go to your analysis and uncheck aggregate
measures.
So you're just going to show each number against themselves. And you can see comparing the numbers. But this is not comparing these numbers by the athlete. This is just comparing the number to numbers. But, so it depends on how you want to analyze your numbers. But we want to view this. We want to disaggregate this little ball here by the athletes because we want to see how their pay compared to their endorsement. So once you drag it to measure, you break that down. You can change it to like circle to make it dark. And you can even increase the size right here. And then you can make the color a little bit transparent, going to the opacity. and make it a little bit transparent, give you some border to make it more vivid, and so on. So you can see right here that this is Cristiano Ronaldo. His salary compared to his endorsement. And this is LeBron James, his salary compared to his endorsement.
Mm.
You can see that.
So what about the line?
How about the line that goes across?
Okay, that one is the trend line, right?
The
there.
trend line, yes.
You can add like a reference line. You can do it like an average, or you can come to your analytics here and drag in trend line. Just drag it. We want to use the linear trend line and just drop it.
Oh, go to analytics. Okay.
Yeah, analytics is just to show how it's trending. Now, if you show if you show like sport now, for example, show filter sport. Let's make this like a single value drop. You cannot see that you're going to start filtering down by different sports and see how many teams or players are in that sport and how the trend line is changing based on those numbers.
Mm.
We will get to this one actually anyway, but it's very simple. But you have to create that calculation to separate your salary and your endorsement and just do it this way.
Yeah, I have that already.
Okay.
Well, okay. So I've gotten that already now.
Okay. Very simple. Okay. Drag your salary here, drag your endorsement here, and then disaggregate this ball using the outlet.
Put the detail, outlet into detail.
And then you can format this to be circles, you know.
And then we add color.
Yeah, just make it a bit light, you know, add border if you want, and then increase the size of the ball. And you can even actually size these balls based on the on just salary. For example, I want to show this ball. I can drag this salary, for example, into size. You can see that the most salary is going to be bigger, and those who have little ones is going to be.
This makes sense.
You know, I can also use endorsement as well, you know, so on. So it depends on what you want to visualize.
Okay. Okay.
All right. See you tomorrow. Please get this ready tomorrow so we can finalize this tomorrow and to the next more complex one.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Chidi, please get your hand there. Chidi, I'm particularly interested in your dashboard.
Okay. I'll work on it
All right.
tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.